Good afternoon. My name's Julian, and this is the first short and most likely extremely disorganized, I guess I'll call it audio blog for the time being until I turn it into something else. Yeah, this is my first and most disorganized, hopefully, audio blog that I'm going to put out there for the world to hear. So, who am I? And why are things starting randomly on my view screen over here? I don't know. I think I might have hit the keyboard. Anyway, what am I doing? Well, I'm here to tell you a little bit about my personal situation. Again, I'm Julian. I'm 42 years old, and I am for those of you that are Douglas Adams fans, that means that this is the year that I should be figuring out the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. But really, we'll see. It's not looking too good. I still got a little time. Who knows? I'm a technical guy. My day job is at a university where I moonlight in the evenings as the owner of a very tiny and marginally successful technical company. I have a wife, 2 kids, and a dog that doesn't know how to behave, which means I'm the typical American male, the prototypical American dude, which also means that I'm both fat and out of shape. In other news, I've inherited a small piece of land with which is that correct, Graham? Yeah, with which I intend to homestead. So far, I've gotten very little accomplished in that particular pursuit. Some other more minor details. I'm an avid musician, and as such, I'm extremely weird, as you can already see, because I am over here on the internet talking to literally nobody. I'm also, and here's where anyone that has tuned in up to this point probably will tune out. I also am a person that craves liberty and freedom above just about everything else. You could even say that I am a libertarian in nature. It gets pretty extreme sometimes, along with that weird musician thing, I have this weird freedom thing. So, again, my very first brief and organized podcast. That's not a podcast. Whatever this thing is. This is my first one. Well, why? Why would I be doing this? I can hear the internet out there right now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about a fat middle-aged man who is tired of not achieving his goals. And I know that. I know nobody cares. But luckily, this isn't for anybody but me. So if it's just for me, why in the world would I go public? Because the internet is a savage place. I think we all know that. Well, the bottom line is that this is my motivation to get better. Even if nobody ever listens, the fact that I'm putting myself out here and putting my goals out here for anyone to listen to, so they so choose, and to critique is just a little extra push for me. It's because let's get to brass tacks here. It's because I'm proud. I'm proud just like all of you are proud, and you never know, someone might actually listen at some point, and if they do, I'd like to be able to point to some progress that I've made from this first ridiculous piece of recording I'm doing right now. So that's why I'm doing it. So with that in mind, I guess I can go into my current situation. Number 1. Oh, and by the way, I would like to give a big thanks to Jocko Willink and several other motivational dudes out there that have spurred me on to this level of insanity that you're hearing right now. Mostly Jocko. Love Jocko. If you haven't heard him somehow and you've gotten here, go listen to him. He's incredible. Very motivational. Anyway, my current situation I am currently fat and out of shape. Pretty severely, actually. As I sit here shirtless in front of this microphone, I I can only imagine what some of you would think if I actually had a camera put on this ugly mug and physique that I am sitting here broadcasting from. But yeah, fat, out of shape. But what am I doing about that? I just came home from the gym. I didn't sit on the couch today. I'm going to have to later, as I have some things that are way overdue in the technical front. But I did take a little bit of time out to care for myself. One of my goals here is, I'm just going to throw this out there, I do want to do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I want to do some MMA. I've got a couple of guys interested in doing that with me, and I can't wait to start. But I think if I did anything more than, say a round right now, that I probably wouldn't come back for the second one because I'd be either incapacitated or possibly dead. So it's I got a little ways to go before I'm ready for that point. On the business front, the business is supporting itself and not really much else. I'm what you would call marginally profitable. I might make enough to pay for a day a week of living here. That is another one of my major goals, and I'm throwing it out there right now. I want to grow my business to the point that it is self-sustaining and, family-sustaining as well. And why do I want to do that? Well, why does any entrepreneur want to do it? I don't know. We all have different reasons. Some of us crave things. I'm not really a things guy, as hopefully you'll find out in the near future as I keep talking. But I do like freedom, like I said before, and I think that if I'm working for myself, that is one of the most free things you can possibly experience in this life. Be your own boss. So, goal number 2. Well, number 1, if you didn't guess, was to stop being fat and out of shape. Number 2, grow the business. I don't even know why I put this one in here, man, but I'm gonna say it. The recording rig is janky. It is literally cobbled together from extra parts that I have in my tech shop. So, I'm starting with a pretty limited capacity here. However, luckily, I am a tech guy, and I just need time to fix it. That's a common recurring thing that you're going to see throughout these recordings. I need more time. I don't have enough hours in the day. So I will put a short-term goal out there of maybe next week having a static, boring, moving picture, static camera mounted somewhere around here, so you can have a boring moving pic along with the boring reading that I'm doing here. As far as land goes, it's wicked underdeveloped. There's so many projects outstanding. We're being overrun by weeds and trees and all kinds of crazy wildlife that comes up here, which is all right. I love the wildlife and everything, but I have to develop the land in order to complement the other goal that I have, number 2 up there. The only way I'm ever going to get the business going to the point where I can support myself is to make the land do the other half of the work, which is to save us some money. We're going to be growing a little bit of we're going to have what do they call it back in the day? A freedom garden? We're going to have a freedom garden out there. We're going to grow our own vegetables. I have some bees out there that are kind of halfway to the point of harvesting some honey. It won't work until next year because, I can get into that later, but they're not ready. But next year, hopefully they will be, and then I'll have something to trade out with, which is part of the plan. And this is all something for another day. The bottom line is, with all things considered, I don't have nearly the freedom that I would like to have, and I have no other person to blame for that except myself. It is totally my fault. And that is totally what I'm trying to fix. That is the bottom line here today. This is the first step in that progression, I hope, anyway. Let's see. Did I cover all the points here? How long have I been going on? Man, like 10 minutes. Okay, well, I knew it was going to be short. And completely uninteresting, but it's done. And I hope that any of you that stumble across here and made it this far, that you tune in next week, because I fully intend to get on here and do another completely boring cast. Audio blog or whatever the thing is. I'm sure I'll come up with some name for it, but you can call this one number 1. And thanks for listening. Anybody that did. Julian's out.